ABC Action News starts right now with breaking news.
And good evening, I'm Jameson Euler. We want to go live now to Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nacco, who has just started a press conference after an Amber Alert was issued earlier tonight for a missing 11-year-old girl. Let's listen in.
You know, at that time, we believe she leaves around 11 o'clock. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, one of the students advises the school administration, the school resource officer, that she's no longer here. So at that point, we ramp up our investigation. K-9 went out here, our bloodhounds, where we're getting videos. We're trying to find out where she is. You know, this is a picture of Montana Jordan Breesman. She's an 11-year-old girl, and I want to explain to everybody out there, you know, don't lose sight of the fact she's 11 years old. You know, this girl has not lived the life of a typical 11-year-old little girl. She has numerous adverse childhood experiences. She's lived a very rough life. You know, we should be praying for this young little girl, not only for the fact that we find her safely, but for the fact that, you know, when we do find her, we're already working with services because she's going to need help. This little girl is going to need as much help as possible. We believe that she's in the custody of an adult male, you know, possibly late teens, early 20s. You know, we're not sure that they're going to Georgia. That's one of the tips that we're getting. But we don't want to have a narrow net. You know, they could be in Miami, they could still be in Tampa Bay, they could be in Georgia or somewhere else. So we have to cast this net as far as possible. Our fears are that the people that she's with may put her in a position for human trafficking. We fear that the individuals that are with her, they absolutely do not have her best interest in mind. And from some of the information we've obtained so far, we fear for this young little 11-year-old girl could be possibly in a position of human trafficking. So we need everybody's assistance as much as possible. I can tell you the women and men that are working in law enforcement right now are working tirelessly. We have a command post here that's set up in the school. We're going to be transitioning it to our station, our district office. But I want to put out there again, this is an 11-year-old little girl. We need to get as much help and assistance as possible. We need to get prayers for this girl because she's lived a rough life. I almost get choked up because when you hear about how tough this girl's life has been, the things she's gone through, I mean, numerous of us have kids that are of that age, and they're playing games, they're on playgrounds. This girl has lived a very tough life. She's got involved with people that are horrific, and we fear that these individuals are going to cause them harm. If you are that individual that is in custody, that has Jordan, please take her to a hospital, take her to a police station, take her to a fire department. Drop her off in the care of somebody who's going to take proper care of her. I promise you, you know, if she's unharmed and she's okay and she's safe, it's going to be less of a consequence than if she's harmed. Because there's too many people out here in this community that want to find her, bring her home safely. But again, anybody with information, please get new information out there. Right now, we are coming off of tips, and I want to thank our community. God has blessed us to be in Tampa Bay because we are getting phenomenal tips from our citizens. They have a deep passion and care to help out, and especially this little girl right now. So thank you for all the information we're getting, and especially even outside the state. We're getting information, people pouring in support. So thank you for that. At this time, is there anything I can answer?
Has the school district gave you any idea about why it took 3 hours before she was reported missing?
From the information, it wasn't the schools. It was actually a student that said
teachers could have maybe taken attendance in classes.
I don't know school protocol.
Sheriff, you said she was last seen here where she goes to school. What's the specific request for parents and guardians of students who also attend here and were at school today as well?
Yeah, we're asking any parent, student, anybody. We understand, and through our investigation, we're finding out that she's been using other people's social media. So she's been going on asking for phones. She's been asking for, you know, tablets. Hey, can I get on this? If you have a student who's in the middle school here and, you know, just say, hey, do you know her? Did she use your device? And say, look, tell your kid, you're not in trouble. We're trying to find her. You know, if we can find Jordan some way, get that information, because we've been getting a lot of information we're getting is because we're finding out she's been using people's social media devices. So that's been helping us. I can tell you, you know, even some of these local businesses, you know, trying to get video cameras from them that's one of our tools, but also the social media platforms. You know, we would hope that they can actually expedite the information, getting it to us, because we're dealing with an 11-year-old little girl here, and we're trying to get as much information as possible.
Sheriff, I apologize. We were trying to update our viewers.
And you were just listening live there to Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nocco there after an Amber Alert was issued earlier tonight for an 11-year-old girl by the name of Montana Breesman. She also goes by the name of Jordan. As you can hear there, Sheriff Nocco very concerned about her whereabouts tonight. They believe she may be headed to the Georgia area with an older man in his late teens, maybe in his 20s. She was last seen as she left her middle school earlier today in Pasco County. Sheriff Nocco says that he is very concerned that she could be with a person or a group of people that may put her in a position for human trafficking. We're going to stay on top of this story tonight and through the morning as well. We'll have the latest for you overnight. If there's any new information, we will get you a push alert to your device, your phone or whatever, and we will also have the latest on this for you first thing on ABC Action News in the morning.